Okay, so for the third day, we are still following the elves through their journey in the jungle, and this time they realize that their backpacks are not correctly arranged. So whoever was in charge of preparing the bags didn't quite follow the packaging instructions. And so basically each rucksack has two compartments, and the rule is that all items of a given type should be in the first compartment and the rest of the item types should be in the second compartment. So the elves that did the packing failed to follow this rule for only one item. So now in each rucksack we have one item that appears in both compartments. So our job is to find those items in the backpack. Then we have to convert the items to numbers and return their sum. In some way we compute the priority of the mistake, I guess. So for the second question, the elves tell us that in the list of rucksacks that they gave us, they are grouped in groups of three. So the first three lines represent the first group of elves, the second three lines represent the second group of three elves, and so on. And what they want to know is which item is common between the three of them, so they can identify what badge should they wear, because they also forgot the badges. And again, after we find the common items, we have to convert them to numbers and sum them up, just for like the to have like an easy input for the problem, I guess. The input will be just lines of strings, and these will be characters between lowercase a, lowercase z, and then uppercase a, uppercase z. So 52 characters. So now for the solution in Rust, I created this parse input function that will take as input the whole string from the file. Then it will split the input by lines, and then for each line we convert it to characters. And after we convert the lines to characters, we have to convert each character to its value. And so from the problem statement, we know that lowercase a is represented by 1 and uppercase z will be represented by a 53. So we have to map the letters in that range. And after that we collect everything into a vec of view size. For the first part I try to implement it in an iterator way, I guess. So I used the map function to go over each rucksack in the list, and then I used two for loops to iterate in the first half of the rucksack and the second half of the rucksack, basically in the two compartments. And because we know there is only one misplaced item in each rucksack, we return the first occurrence, and then we have to sum all the priorities and return them as a string. So for the second part I tried a similar approach where I used the chunks function to split the rucksack into groups of three. Then I mapped over each group, and in each group I map over each rucksack in that group, basically the three rucksacks that will be in the group. Then on each rucksack I called the unique function to keep only the items that are unique in that rucksack. This function will just convert the collection to a hash set, and then it will convert it back to a vec. So I didn't really know how to do this in a better way, but this is how I would have done it in Python. So after that I used the fold function to combine all the rucksacks together into a hash map, and this hash map will contain the count of each item. So basically if an item appears in all three rucksacks, then its count will be 3. If it appears only in one rucksack, it will be 1, and if it appears in any two of them, it will be 2. After we do this fold, we'll have a hash map, and we just have to find the entry that has the value 3. It's pretty much guaranteed that we will have only one entry like this, but yeah, I mean, we still have to do some error checks, I think. So we return 0 if we don't find it, but we should find it. And similar to last time, we have to sum all the priorities and return them. So this was the third day. There were like a lot of methods to solve it, but yeah, I think this was the simplest way I could understand it. So yeah, thanks. And if you want to check out the source code, you can find it in the description, and see you guys next time.